of survival, let's talk about Russell Brand. Will he? I think Russell Brand is going to come out this A-OK. But boy, anybody who can't see through this bullshittery is a moron, right? I would say a moron and moronically attached to the mainstream media, right? So let's start with the mainstream media response to this, which is ridiculous, right? I mean, it's so obviously all set up. But here, let's talk. This really irritated me when I saw it.
I might agree with him, but you can't just dismiss a 4-year investigation.
Well, more than that.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. You people in the media are lying cunts, all of you. Yes, I can completely dismiss it. And I do completely dismiss it because really, I mean, again, we live in an age where it's virtuous for a man. I mean, a man to be wearing heels and big fake tits and twerking in the face of a 4-year-old, right? That's virtuous, right? These allegations, they're just that. They're allegations.
One of those who's accusing him, the woman who's now in her 30s, who was 16 when she says he groomed her.
Yeah.
Okay, again, if you think the 16 being the age of consent is too young, then campaign to change it. But you won't campaign to change it because all of you in the fucking media are perverts. I mean, how long ago was Philip Schofield fingering a 12-year-old, right? I don't know. And all of you were fine with that, and all of you knew about it, you lying cunts, right? All of you knew about Harvey Weinstein. I knew about Harvey fucking Weinstein, and none of you gave a shit. So now you're clutching your pearls, you lying piece of shit.
And although she doesn't accuse him of anything illegal, she does think...
Oh, fine, move on, so shut up.
...that he was profoundly immoral in the way he treated her. That's the allegation. She was saying yesterday, I think on Woman's Hour, that, and she accepted that this was the theory, but she thinks that one of the reasons he's been cultivating...
Okay, this is the most insanely stupid conspiracy theory ever. And, like, it's incredible. When mainstream media says conspiracy theories, they say it with so much sincerity, like, oh, yes, January 6th was a terrible insurrection planned by Donald Trump. Yeah. So why do you say protest peacefully and patriotically? Oh, that was code. That was code. It was just, yeah, I mean, this is the most insanely stupid conspiracy theory.
Particular following in recent years is precisely because he could see this trouble coming down the tracks at him. And he felt he needed a constituency of support.
Yeah.
Really? You think he cultivated a podcast of people to distrust the media? Really? You think we trusted you beforehand, you lying pieces of shit? Really? For God. Okay, he was in the Occupy Wall Street movement. That was what, 2004? What, 13 years before Me Too? Man, that guy is smart. He started being political like 15 years before the Me Too movement came about, just so when it did come about, 10 years later, when they finally get him, then he would be protected. You fucking cockwombles. No wonder nobody watches you, you pieces of shit.
Would automatically, as your co-host did, come to his defense.
Because I think he's got 6.5 million followers on one station, hundreds of thousands on
YouTube, you geriatric cunt.
another, and they are rushing to his defense because this is all about mainstream.
We're rushing to his defense because there is no allegation. There's no criminal investigation. There is no charges. We've danced this dance before. And why might you be going after him? We're going to look at that in a minute.
Media attacking him. Look, this is an amazingly detailed 4-year...
Fuck off. These are 20-year-old allegations from a intensely corrupt media. We don't trust a word you got to say. Do you remember when you kept saying Trump was a racist because he said there were good people on both sides? In that same fucking speech, which none of you mentioned, he also said, I completely condemn white supremacy, particularly the KKK. Fucking moron. And like, who do you think? They're what? The 12 little biddies watching you. That's the only people who fucking believe you, moron.
Investigation by the Sunday Times, The Times, and Channel 4 dispatches.
Yeah, left wing and right wing teaming up. We don't trust a word any of you cunts have to say. Nobody trusts you.
Really, really.
Like all of you people who told us that, like, if you have a penis, you could be a woman now. Really, we don't trust a word you fucking arseholes, you malicious lying cunts have to say about anything.
Very, very important.
If you want to know why so few women go to the police about rape.
Oh, they don't. It's all our fault. It's because of right-wing media. No. Okay, well, let me ask you. How upset are you about Bill Clinton being a multiple rapist? Right? I mean, do you still revere Bill Clinton? I mean, he did rape Juanita Broderick, right? Who else did Clinton rape? Who was it? Clinton rape victims. Is it Juanita Broderick? And who else is there? Leslie Millway, Paula Jones, right? Paula Jones. Yeah. Listen, it's all the same level of evidence. And frankly, Juanita Broderick has some genuine evidence, right? Her testimony is compelling. Do you give a shit about that, you political left-wing piece of shit cunt? No, you don't, do you?
And reported rapes, fewer than 1% result in convictions, and women have to wait more than 2 years for it to go.
So fuck all men, right? Just shove all men in jail then.
Go to court on average. If you want to know why so few people go forward,
you know what? I think people like this, it's always a way, right? Anybody who campaigns on on anti-gay rights, they always end up being gay, like every fucking time, right? Do you remember Viz had that cartoon Baxter Basics, right? With you had this politician. What was it? Baxter, I reckon, was his name. Well, I had this family values platform, and they found him dead wearing a stocking suspenders who had killed himself by autoerotic asphyxiation with a satsuma in his mouth, right? Always a fucking way, mate. I don't trust you, you finger-pointing cunt.
It is precisely because of this reaction to the women who are making...
No, the reaction is to you, you lying cunts. The reaction is to you.
Allegations against Russell Brand, which, in fairness, again, he vehemently denies. But it is this...
Which, in fairness, I'll just say vehemently, but let's move on and say he's guilty as fucking sin.
Hostility, and it's not just from men, it is also from some women who just dismiss it, absolutely dismiss it.
Yeah, I dismiss anything you piece of shit in the media say. Why do you think that is? Maybe it's like you're relentless lying to us, you cunts. You absolute cunts. Margaret Thatcher chimed in, and I do agree with her almost entirely over here.
The court of law is the place where you deal with these matters. If you ever get trial by television or guilt by accusation, that day, freedom dies.
I think that's absolutely the case, right? So the conspiracy theory is, he set up his channel 15 years before Me Too to detract from any allegations against him. So look, this is the other conspiracy theory going around is this, that him saying things like this, or maybe this clip specifically, is why he's been targeted for destruction.
Out of respect for you and your show, I've brought some facts. Would you? If you like, they're actually...
You just get the fuck out of here. This is not the place.
I thought you'd like facts.
We love facts. I love facts.
I wouldn't have mentioned it. I'm English, and you know that politeness is our fundamental religion.
I wish they wouldn't have.
But they do pertain to this issue, so may I say some of them? If they inconvenience you, I'll stop saying them. The pandemic created at least 40 new big pharma billionaires. Pharmaceutical corporations like Moderna and Pfizer made $1,000 of profit every second from the COVID-19 vaccine. More than two-thirds of Congress received campaign funding from pharmaceutical companies in the 2020 election. Pfizer chairman Albert Bourla told Time magazine in July 2020 that his company was developing a COVID vaccine for the good of humanity, not for money. And of course, Pfizer made $100 billion in profit in 2022. And may I just mention that finally, and this is also a fact, that you, the American public, funded the development of that. The German public funded the BioNTech vaccine. When it came to the profits, they took the profits. When it came to the funding, you paid for the funding. All I'm querying...
These are the things that those cunts on TV do not want you to say.
Is this.
Yes.
Is if you have an economic system in which pharmaceutical companies benefit hugely from medical emergencies, where a military-industrial complex benefits from war, where energy companies benefit from energy crises, you are going to generate states of perpetual crisis, where the interests of ordinary people separate from the interests of the elite.
I mean, I think he's 100% on the money there. I really do. 100% on target, right? 100% on target. What else do we have about this? I think we've got one more thing. Yeah, that's good. Right. So this is him, I think, explaining what's happening with him.
Alternative narratives, and not only provide the narratives, invite you to create the narratives with us. Because do you know one thing I know? I don't know what's best. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've been wrong many times, but I'm beginning to think I'm right about this. The mainstream media is not your friend.
They're not your friend. I had this conversation this morning, my Republican neighbor, right? Old school Republican. He sent me this Fox News thing, which was bullshit about Vivek Ramaswamy. What was it? Let me see if we can pull it up. Where is that? The headline is Ramaswamy tolling on Pence for his copying his revolutionary ideas gets called out by ex-fact checkers. No, what happened was Pence copied one of Vivek Ramaswamy's ideas, and then he was fact-checked saying, oh, and actually, this was the idea was originated by Ronald Reagan, right? It said it right there. And I asked him, how do you always swallow the nonsense from mainstream media? It's just beyond me. They have an agenda, and they're not your friends. How many examples do you need to see? This literally happens every time, right? Literally every time. And I suggest them learning the Jewish laws of of gossip, right? Learning, studying what is permissible to believe and what is not permissible to believe. It is a great indicator of being able to smell out the bullshit, right? 100%.
The culture is not your friend. The government is not your friend. Big business is not your friend. They are operating collegiately in unison to create a set of systems that are beneficial to them and disadvantage you. The biggest threat to their power comes from unionization and mobilization of large groups of people. They're so nervous about it. They're so aggressive about it.
We see that.
So protective about it. It makes me think that they've got an agenda.
It does, right? It makes me think that as well. Comic book creators react to Russell Brand, and most of these arseholes I don't know. So I could get Henry Flint, great artist. The time Al Ewing and me met Russell Brand, meet the singing ringing tree. We had to change his name, so they took the piss out of him apparently. And it's like, okay, Gail Simone, well-known harasser, says the Russell Brand allegations are even grosser than expected. Yes, they're supposed to outrage you, you blithering moron, right? As a survivor victim, says Bex Ollerton, I hate this sentiments like, I'm not surprised he was bad. I knew all along. No, you didn't. Oh, yeah, here's the one that I know says maybe one of it. Suze Kempner. What's she got to do with comics? Star of Doctor Who Doomsday, the most failed transmedia event of all fucking time. It was pretty baffling that Russell Brand went from a staunchy socialist Democrat for decades to then far right-wing conspiracy theory. Just asking questions, Bilge. But I guess the decision will all make perfect sense soon enough. She's just hateful. I mean, she really is absolutely hateful in every way, shape, and form, right? Man. Yeah, we got some few prize tweets from her. Oh, God. And she's so reveling, and he's dripping with jealousy for Russell Brand. I feel stupid now for not realizing this, to be honest. Of course. Oh, yeah, this is a conspiracy theory that he started his YouTube, his blog, YouTube channel, podcast, whatever, to deflect from this. You dumb cunt. You hateful dumb cunt, right? That's basically how the only way I can really see with you. This is like the 9/11 attack. The next day it was front page news on all the newspapers. It's almost like coordinated. No, 9/11 was something that actually happened. This didn't, right? And she's just like missing any humor whatsoever. I just went to the fridge to see if there's anything I fancied, opened it and saw a can of Diet Coke and smiled. It was like an advert. How is that funny? God, there's just nothing funny about that. Why did they report into the police? Because nothing happened. There was nothing to report. How about that? It wasn't advantageous for him. It just comes out that women have reported him to the police. Well, he hasn't been arrested. Again, has he been investigated? Like, nothing happened, and this is all 20 years old. The goalposts will continue to move. If the video evidence was provided of the worst crime he could possibly commit, they'll say it was fake. I would say it was fake because, again, mainly because disingenuous pieces of shit like you are pumping this bandwagon, right? Yeah, so he's just had his YouTube channel demonetized on allegations, and just that, right? I just unbelievable, which was unbelievable. Meanwhile, oh no, this is normal. Nothing to see here. No, Joe Biden, cuddly Uncle Joe Biden. Yes, he's got he's got 2 drug addict kids, right? Who clearly suffered some kind of sexual abuse. Yes, he used to shower with his daughter. Yes. She talks about her sex addiction being because of her strange allegation, but this guy is totally normal. This one who says maybe we should keep an eye on multinational corporations. That's the company we have to watch for. Oh, so disgusting. It is so freaking disgusting. And the other thing is, it makes me also think they are constantly surveilling us to find whatever shit they can get on us to use against us. It's kind of, if you saw the recent Luther movie, Fallen Sun, it's basically about a data mining operation that using all our devices to constantly surveil us. So I think that's basically what happened to Lauren Boebert. So Lauren Boebert, smoking hot, member of Congress or some politician, very, very, very good, very, very, very effective. And so this video came out about her very recently. Where is it? Doink. Where, okay, again, she's getting felt up. They're making out in a dark cinema. What 16-year-old hasn't done that? But man, does she look hot. And I don't know. I just, look, again, we live in a world of like intense immorality and sexual impropriety, right? Again, drag, there is no such thing as a family-friendly drag show, in my opinion, right? But she looks like a great date. I want to tell you, it looks like a great date. But like, they're saying, oh, this is disgusting. Again, you can't have a world with these pride parades where people are cycling fucking naked everywhere. Like, you can't have a world when you have like insane nonsense like this. Okay, this is crazy. This is why I think it's the end of fucking days. How long can this go on for?
Drag queens are often targets of hate and violence.
No, they're not. Nobody had a problem with drag queens until they started waving their dicks in people's fucking faces, in children's fucking faces, until they had to involve children in their clearly adult sexuality.
But we know that they are powerful and resilient people who show us what it means to be truly authentic and expressive.
I mean, like, this is okay, right? That's okay. Like a hot chick, you know. Again, it was unfortunate they picked her up on camera, and I think it was somewhat, when I say somewhat, very disingenuous. I mean, what else do we have here? There's let's look at this for 1 second. This isn't obscene. This is totally normal. People saying Lauren Boebert's out of line say this. But you know, it's one thing having people who are just relentlessly stupid, right? And again, it's the same people who couldn't give a damn about Bill Clinton being a multiple rapist or mad about Russell Brand. Right? Press the wrong button. This makes me really annoyed. Howard and Stern. Man, what a sellout. What a loser sellout. This is him talking about Lauren Boebert.
Is a disgrace to this country, not because of the video. You are 100% right. Forget the politics.
I mean, you fucking loser, Howard. Mate, I used to love the Howard Stern, right? And he would be irreverent. He would, like, have games where he would throw objects into women's arseholes, I believe. He had a game show called It's Just Wrong where he would have a daughter behind the screen, right? And the father will be answering questions and she will be naked behind the screen. And if he lost, then the screen comes down and she's shown to be naked, right? It's called That Was Just Wrong, right? But no, that was fine. And now suddenly you're a pearl-clutching prude cunt.
She's in a titty dress. If you saw the video, she's in a titty dress. She's with some dude. Looks like she's, obviously vaping, but also looks like she might be grabbing his penis during Beetlejuice.
Oh, heaven to Betsy. Oh, again, what every 16-year-old has done in the world.
And he's playing with her tits.
Is Beetlejuice a sexy play?
It's a very erotic play, evidently.
I mean, again, Howard, mate, you sellout cunt, okay? You absolute sellout cunt. All right, what a massive disappointment you are. What wasn't a disappointment was Donald Trump being interviewed by the new What's the Press person. That was freaking hilarious, right? Because he blows her up every freaking time, right? It's amazing how they keep screwing up with this.
Look at all the lies he's told over the last couple of weeks. He said
I'm talking about Biden.
Was at the World Trade Center, and he wasn't. He said he flew airplanes, right? He didn't. He said he drove trucks, and he didn't. Everything he says is like a lie. It's terrible.
Mr. President,
even his handicap in golf, he said he's a 6. He's not a 6.
I love that. That's my favorite one.
Stay focused on you.
Oh, I don't want to talk about the reality, anything other than you, because we've got to focus on you, because we are fucked.
Okay.
For the purposes of this interview, okay? Because it's important that we hear from you about
you just did
all of this.
Well, I'd like you to, but you keep interrupting me.
Again, that I can't believe that they keep screwing up.
Indictments, 91 felony charges.
If you would say it properly, I'm facing 4 Biden indictments. He told the Justice Department to indict him, or Merrick Garland said, let's indict him.
Let me ask you this, Mr. President.
They indicted their political opponent.
I just want to hear...
Not just their opponent, the person who's way ahead right now.
Hear from you on this. I want to know what's in your head. When you go to bed at night, do you worry about going to jail?
No, I don't, really. I don't even think about it. I'm built a little differently, I guess, because I have had people come up to me and say, how do you do it, sir? How do you do it?
I have no idea how he does it.
I don't even think about it. These are corrupt people that I'm dealing with. They're destroying our country. I don't even think about it. All I think about is making the country great, making America great. Look, these are political, these are Banana Republic indictments. These are third world indictments. The President of the United States sees how we're doing. We have a movement, the likes of which has never happened in this country before. And you see it with the polls. I mean, I'm up on these people by 60 points and 59 points. I don't mean I'm at 59. I'm leading them by 59. You almost say, like, why are they campaigning? Asa Hutchinson, he's at 0. Christie's at 2. Other ones are at 1. DeSanctimonious is at 9. I just see a poll coming. I mean, I'm leading him by 60 points.
Mr. President.
And you say, why are they doing it? But here's what they did. They saw this happening. And he went to the Attorney General of the United States and he told them, indict Trump.
There's just no evidence of that, Mr. President.
Really, no, there was no evidence of Russian collusion, right? There's no evidence of that, right? Just like there's no evidence of Biden corruption. No evidence whatsoever. Really? Really? We're going to get onto some geeky stuff in a minute.
By the way,
on that day,
Nancy Pelosi, why would I tell you that? Listen, Nancy Pelosi was in charge of security. She turned down 10,000 soldiers. If she didn't turn down the soldiers, you wouldn't have had January 6th.
Did you call military or law enforcement?
Okay, why can't she just acknowledge that point? No, that was Nancy Pelosi's job.
What?
Did you call military or law enforcement at the moment the Capitol was under attack?
I'm not going to tell you anything. Let me put it this way. I behaved so well. I did such a good job. Nancy Pelosi turned down 10,000 soldiers. If she didn't do that, and now
Nancy
I understand.
Pelosi doesn't have
But it was her job, you dumb fucking cunt. Oh my God. I can't believe what intense losers all these people are. Fine, I think last clip, and then we'll start. We'll get to the chat. We'll move on. Oh, it's a couple of fun things. We'll get to the chat, and I'll look at the fun things during the chat.
Joe Biden and his radical left thugs have weaponized law enforcement to arrest their leading opponent, by a lot leading, on fake and phony charges. It's a phony deal. This is high-level election interference, and it's happening for a single reason, because I'm the one candidate that they do not want to run against. You know, they always go out, we really want to run against Trump. If they wanted to run against me, I wouldn't be in courts all over the land fighting these maniacs off.
Absolutely.
They don't want to run. And if you look at today's polls that just came out, I'm leading Biden in just about all of them, and in some cases leading him by a lot. No, they don't want to run against me, but they say, very smart. They're good. They're misinformation people. Disinformation and or misinformation. A lot of people don't know the difference. There's a very little difference, but we'll say it's both. Disinformation, misinformation. They say, we want to run against Trump. We're dying to run against him. First of all, we won in 2016. Same people said, he won't be able to beat Hillary Clinton. Now they say, he won't be able to beat crooked Joe Biden.
Yeah, I don't think Biden's going to be able to beat him. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.